channel. So today we're talking about my top 10 Harry Potter things on my wish list. Did that make sense? You know what I mean. Basically, this is just a video of me whinging about what I want and me wishing that I could win the lottery. Also, I will include some things that I recommend that I do have in my collection, and yeah, I will definitely add my favourite. But yeah, all these items that I'm reading off, they are licensed items and expensive. So expensive. Before we get started, guys, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello and welcome to my channel. If you love anything to do with Harry Potter, then this is the place for you. Join the magic and mayhem, hit subscribe, because I'd love to have you. A massive thank you to these guys. These guys are my Patreons. They help me keep this channel running just that little bit more. If you'd like to know anything about Patreon, it's linked in the description of this video, along with my social medias. Go give me a follow on those. Honestly, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, my face is everywhere. Anywho, I have my list. Let's get started. Okay, I don't think they're in an order. So like number 1 isn't the least in my top 10 and number 10 isn't the thing that I desperately want. But these are all things that I really want in my collection. Okay, I've also got the price of each item down next to it. And I've also calculated everything I need to save to get these 10 items, like the total amount I need to save, and it's really depressing. Okay, item number 1. I would say this is a top. No, it's not a top. It's not a top. No, we're not doing tops. It's just top 10. Everything on this list is what I want. Number 1, I really want Slughorn'S Hourglass, and that is £135. Now, I love, honestly, and I've seen it in the flesh. I filmed Lisa's, and it is beautiful. I really want it, but I've also heard it's really fragile. It's really fragile. I've got shelving that's high up. It's not the kids but it's me. I'm clumsy. But yes, Slughorn'S Hourglass is a definite. I've wanted it for a very long time now, right? The next one, I really want the Fireball Broom. Now, it is my favourite broom that I have seen in the series. The Nimbus 2000, the Nimbus 2001, they're nice brooms, but they're not my favourite. And I'll tell you why they're not my favourite. They're very clean cut. You know, the bristle bit, the broom, it's very clean cut. What I love about the Fireball, it's bushy. You know, the broom bit's nice and bushy. It looks like a broom, looks like a proper broom. I just love the Fireball. That is £280. Moving on, the next item that I would really like that is on my wish list is the Ravenclaw diadem. That is £160. Really want the Ravenclaw diadem because, not just because I'm a Ravenclaw, it's beautiful. That is a beautiful headpiece. Now, I have held it. I photographed a wedding, a Harry Potter wedding. It was really cool a few years ago. And she had the Ravenclaw diadem as a centre sort of piece at the after do. Originally, she wanted to wear it in with her bridal. Oh my days, it would have looked amazing, but it's so heavy. It is heavy because I tried it on myself. It is really heavy. Couldn't quite sneak that in my robe. I did wear my robe that day. She wanted me to dress up. A lot of us were dressed up. It was so cool. But it's shiny, and the inner niffler in me really wants that Ravenclaw diadem. It would look amazing on my shelf. The next thing that is on my top 10 list is Lucius Malfoy's cane. That is £82. Did I say how much the Ravenclaw diadem was? That's £160. Lucius Malfoy's cane is £82. I really want that cane. I have held it and looked at it, and I do really want it. I recommend it if you've not seen it in the flesh and held it and you've been on an RN. I do recommend it. It is really cool. I just want it. I want it, you know. But yeah, that's £82. The next, it's 2 things, but I class them as one. It's the Bubble Boy and Puking Pastels Girl. Really want them. They'd look amazing in my Wizard Wheezes area. I think they'd look amazing on there. Now, they're not discontinued altogether, but you can't get them. They're coming back, but it's not here. Don't quote me, you're going to have to look it up because I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how much they are each. I think, I haven't even written anything down. I think, if I remember rightly, they're around between £50 and £60 each. Can't remember, don't quote me on it. But they're so colourful, they're so cool, and they would look amazing in my Wheezy Wizard Wheezes area. Come on, I want them. Next on the list is the Mirra Vera Set. It is £55. It is absolutely amazing. It is on my top 10 list. I really, really, really want it, right? Now this might confuse you because I also am disappointed with it because I want I want a life-size Mirra Vera Set, please. Not this one, I want the life-size one. But this one, I love it, the Mirra Vera Set so much, I would get this one. I would get this one because it is beautiful. It's not the right size, but I'd get it. I'm actually confusing myself now. Why would I get it if I want the real life-size one? Why is it in my top 10? But it is. It's in my top 10. There you go. £55 for the Mirra Vera Set. I've not seen it in the flesh. But I know it's definitely not the size of, but it's still really nice. I want it. Okay, number 7 on the list is the Gryffindor Sword for £184. Now, I love that Gryffindor Sword. I have seen it in the flesh numerous times. I've seen it hung up in different Harry Potter shops that I've been in the past. And my friend Lisa's got it as well, hung up on her wall. It looks absolutely fantastic. It is gorgeous and I want it. Not just, you protect the family as well. It's like double use of it. It's display and it's something you can protect yourself with, you know. Don't listen to Susie. Oh, this list is depressing to go through. The next one on my list is also another one that's kind of confusing because I don't quite know why it's on the list, but it is on the list, all right? It's Dumbledore's Cup and it's £99. It puts me off because apparently it's plastic for £99, but I have heard, I haven't seen it in the flesh, this is what does my head in, but I've heard so much about it, and over the past sort of year, I think, I've wanted it more and more and more. I really want Dumbledore's Cup, but for £99 for plastic. But I have heard that it's a good, have you got Dumbledore's Cup? If you have, can you comment down below, was it worth £99? Please let me know, because I do really want this. It's in my top 10, but I think it's going to be one of them things that I need to see it. I need to see it and I need to hold it and I need to feel it myself, chew on it, see if it breaks. Do you know what I mean? You got to test things before you buy them. Well, I do anyway. Let me know. Number 9 on my top 10 wish list, Harry Potter. The Triwizard Cup. It's £108. Obviously, I've got the one that was £15 that lights up. It's absolutely so worth the money. But I do want that Triwizard Cup. Now, it's on a black base, but that puts me off. But I am really 99.9999% sure that you can remove it off that black base. Someone's going to correct me and say, don't be silly, Susie, you can't take it off the black base. Anywho, I really want that Triwizard Cup. It's stunning, it's beautiful, and it would look amazing on my shelf. So yes, I would like that in my collection, please. £108. Another expensive one. Number 10, the last thing on the wish list, and then we'll move on to what I've got in my collection that I recommend. And also, after I've reeled this last one off, I'm going to tell you the total that I need to save. But yeah, it's the Golden Egg Replica for £70. Now, I have ummed and ahed about that replica for such a long time, just purely because it doesn't open, all right? It is stunning. It's stunning. I've seen it in the flesh. It is gorgeous. I love that golden egg. But the only thing that stopped me getting it in the past is, well, there's 2 things. Money, and it's not been on a priority list for when I do have the money because it doesn't open. But I am really warm into that golden egg and I do really, really want it. Especially when I did the Marks and Spencer golden egg, the Easter egg. Do you know what I mean? It opens, and that's why I wanted it, because yes, it opens. But it's made me even more want the Golden Egg Noble Collection replica. So I will go see that again and have a look at it, have a feel, have a chew, make sure it's worth the money to see these products. But it's one thing that I do think will end up coming home with me and being displayed on my Yule Ball area, of course. Right, we have, okay, I've tallied it up, right? Please have in mind that this price that I have got down here that I need to save to get everything on my list does not include the Bubble Boy and Puking Pastel Girl, because obviously I don't really know the price of that. So without them 2 items, the other items, I need to save £1,173. One day. And then I do find it hard to save. Not because I'm really bad at spending, I'm good at saving money, but I find it hard because there are so many things. There's a list of 10 things here. There is more things that I want that aren't on this top 10. The things that I want, I had to kind of pick out of a bigger list, you know? So just on them top 10 things, obviously saving for them, I get a certain amount and then I'm like, all right, I've got enough for that. But then my eyes go down the list and think, oh, but do I want that first? So that confuses me and annoys me. But then there's the smaller things that I want in my collection. We've got Umbridge's quill. I really want that. That's around 40 something or 50 something pound. I can't remember. It might even be cheaper than that. I can't remember. All the ones. I never know which one I want. So I end up not really buying ones because I just want them all. Yeah. Hagrid's Lantern, it's the same price as the Mirra Vera Set, so £55, but it's just not in my top 10. I'd want the Mirra Vera Set over Hagrid's Lantern, sorry. Madame Moody's Flask, that is only a cheap one, but just hear me out a minute. The Locket from the Cave, I want that because I've got the real one, because obviously it's the Fate Locket and it's got the letter from RAB inside. The Hogwarts Writing Quill, I really want that. It would look amazing on my desk. You have to admit. But because some of these are smaller and a lot cheaper, so when I start saving for the bigger items, right, I get to a certain amount, like halfway to saving for whatever, and then I'm like, oh, I've got enough for this now in my smaller item list. So I just can't do it. There's too much. There's too much. But I'm going to move on now to things that I recommend. I've not got a huge amount in my collection. Most of it's DIY. I recently did a video on DIY collecting on a budget and making your own magical space on a budget. And basically it talks about you don't always need licensed items to make your magical space Harry Potter. It was a cool video. Go check it out. If I remember, I'll link it up there. But yeah, obviously I don't have an awful lot of money. I mean, I'm just reeling off £1,173, not including the Bubble Boy and Puking Pastel Girl. I mean, I ain't got that kind of money. Because there's so much I want, it's hard to save and pick what I want first. But yeah, there are things that I do have in my collection that I do recommend that are licensed. We'll talk about licensed products, okay? We'll keep it licensed. I recommend this beauty so bad. The Golden Egg Necklace. Oh my days. It opens up and everything. It is stunning. I reckon, like, do you know what? I'm going to show you it open. Okay, you ready? It's not flimsy. I thought it would be, but look at that. It's stunning, this necklace. I really, really love it. I can't do it back up now. Come on. There we go. The chain, I'm not a massive fan of the chain. It's quite thick, which I suppose it has to be because this does have a bit of weight to it. It's not heavy, but it does have a bit of weight to it. But the chain feels quite plasticky, which does made in. I can't remember how much this was either. I recommend this. It is absolutely stunning. But maybe one day I'll change the chain on it so I can have it on a better chain. I might do that. Oh, that's a good idea. Well, I've not thought about that before. The Time Turner is something that I recommend in your collection. It is a very, very nice piece. I have worn this a lot. Same with the Golden Egg Necklace. I do get some wear out of that. Yeah, what I'll do, I will tell you now, the Philosopher's Stone, or it is boxed as the Sorcerer's Stone, the Xenophilius Lovegoods necklace, the Deathly Hallows, I recommend that. I'm not going to show you, there is a few bits that I do recommend. The crystal goblet thing that Dumbledore drinks from in the cave that Harry's obviously feeding him from, that is a really nice replica. But I am going to show you one of my very favourites. One of my very, very favourites in our collection, because it is mine and Matt's collection, is the Hufflepuff cup. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Just down to the detail, it's got a weight to it. It's just, I don't know why I showed you inside. It's got this at the bottom that obviously is stuck on so it doesn't mark anything that you put it on. I don't even know what to say. It's, hang on, let me come this side. That lights, there we go. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really, really is. So I have got a lot of things, well, not a lot of things, a lot of things in my collection I really love. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. But this has to still be one of my very favourites. I mean, the Sorcerer'S Stone, I love that. The Golden Egg Necklace, Time Turner, Xenophilius Lovegood's necklace. There are things in my collection. I've got more. I'm just looking at my shelf now, what is in view for me. There are things upstairs that I love. There is so much that I love, so many licensings that I love. But this has to be a very good favourite of mine. But yeah, so that is that. That's very, I'm depressed now. I need to win the lottery. Let me know in the comments, guys, what is in your top 10 wish list? Do you have anything off my wish list that you really recommend and say, Susie, yes, this needs to be your next item when you can afford it? Or is there something on my wish list that you've got and you like, Susie, don't get it, it's not worth the money? Please let me know, because it's very, very helpful for me. I'm asking you guys for help. I'm asking you guys for help. You review your items for me and let me know whether they are worth buying. Everything that I've shown you that I've got is definitely worth buying. Definitely worth buying. Or told you, obviously, the Deathly Hallows necklace and the crystal goblet. I do think that's worth it. This, if you haven't got this in your collection, please, and you like the look of it, trust me, it's got a good weight to it. It's really, I love this thing on display. It's gorgeous. Talk to me in the comments though, guys. You know I love it when you do. And I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye, Pods Poppets.